Here's what's making news at midday. The state Supreme Court is hearing arguments on whether to purge tens of thousands of voters from the rolls, and a preview of what to expect from tonight's presidential debate 5 weeks before Election Day.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Mark has the afternoon off. The Wisconsin Supreme Court is hearing arguments in a case that could result in 130,000 people being removed from voter rolls. However, it's not clear if the court will rule in time to affect the November 3rd election, which is 5 weeks from today. Attorneys for both sides didn't expect a decision until after the election. We'll continue to follow today's arguments, and we will bring you updates tonight on News 3 Now. Let's get a check on the weather now. Meteorologist Dana Fulton is watching the forecast, and oh, it's chilly out there today.
It is. It's just a little crisp outside right now with a very cloudy sky. Still feels quite fall-like. Here's a look at downtown. You can see not a lot of sunshine coming through. Temperatures are in the low 50s currently with a bit of a breeze coming from the west-southwest. Usually that breeze coming from the southwest helps us warm up a little bit, and that's just not the case for today. Doppler track has been quiet this morning. Right now, high-resolution radar quiet through southern Wisconsin, but we do still have a slight chance for an isolated shower as we look ahead through the afternoon. Temperatures are only going to go up maybe a few more degrees, mid to upper 70s for afternoon highs. We hold pretty steady through the day, though. Overnight lows cool yet again, Susan, and we're looking at a few chilly nights through the rest of the week. Could see some frost this weekend. We'll take a closer look at the 10-day in just a little bit.
It's almost October. It's
yes.
that time. All right, Dana, thanks so much. New at noon, police in Muscoda are searching for a potentially armed and dangerous person involved in a vehicle theft overnight. A maroon truck was stolen from Allied Ready Mix, a concrete supplier. Video surveillance shows the person taking the truck appears to be armed with an assault rifle and wearing body armor. Anyone who sees the vehicle is asked to call police immediately. Kentucky's Attorney General has agreed to comply with a judge's order to release the recordings of the secret grand jury proceeding that considered charges against police involved in the fatal shooting of Breonna Taylor. Attorney General Daniel Cameron says the only charge prosecutors recommended to the grand jury was wanton endangerment. An anonymous grand jury member sued to have the record of the proceedings open to the public. Today, the jurors' legal team spoke about the decision in a press conference.
The grand juror that we represent felt compelled to take some sort of an action based upon the indictment that was rendered and the subsequent press conference and messages from the Attorney General's office about how everything played out.
Last week, the grand jury in Louisville issued charges against one of the officers for endangering the neighbors of Taylor who had bullets fired into their home. None of the officers were charged in the killing of Taylor. To our coronavirus headlines this noon, Wisconsin corrections officials say there are more than 260 active cases at a prison in Sheboygan County. Another 100 inmates at Kettle Moraine Correctional Institution have recovered from the virus. The entire inmate population is being quarantined. Kettle Moraine Correctional is seeing the highest number of COVID-19 cases among Wisconsin inmates since the pandemic began, and also has the highest number of active cases. In Dane County, health officials confirm 71 new cases today, and another death has been confirmed, bringing the county to a total of 42. There are 37 people hospitalized with complications. That is the highest number we've seen since mid-August. The NFL confirms the Vikings and Titans have suspended all in-person activities after 3 Titans players and 5 Titans staffers tested positive for COVID-19. The Vikings and Titans played Sunday at US Bank Stadium. The Vikings released a statement that no players have tested positive as of this morning. The worldwide coronavirus death toll has now reached 1 1 million in less than 9 months. More than 205,000 of those victims are Americans, and the rate of new infections in the U.S. is on the rise again. The Trump administration is launching a plan announced last month to increase COVID testing in an effort to help businesses and schools reopen safely. David Begnaud reports from New York City, where public elementary schools reopened today for in-person learning.
We're announcing our plan to distribute 150 million Abbott rapid point-of-care tests in the coming weeks.
That was President Trump on Monday, making good on a promise that he made a month ago. He is rolling out what appears to be a more robust national COVID testing strategy. In part, the White House says, to help get kids back to school safely.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the test, and you wait 15 minutes.
The rollout is a sharp pivot for the president, who for months dismissed the need for increased COVID tests. The rapid testing comes as a new study shows an alarming increase for COVID cases in America's children. In the beginning of April, kids accounted for 2% of all the positive COVID test results. By September, that was over 10%. Dr. Yvonne Maldonado is a pediatric infectious disease specialist at Stanford University.
We've heard that all over the place, that children don't get infected, that they don't spread disease, and we know that's not true. So, having said that, however, children are less likely to be infected with symptoms than adults.
The average rate of new coronavirus cases is on the rise in at least 26 states. In Utah, recent cases are rising. It's also where Alicia Geddes lives with her 16-year-old son, Turner. Turner runs track and cross country. But after recovering from coronavirus earlier this year, he has been sidelined due to chest pains and difficulty breathing. Specialists told both Leisha and Turner his problems are likely related to COVID.
The doctors said we don't know what's going to happen, and we don't know what the lasting side effects are. We need to be careful because none of us know how it's going to affect any of us.
Leisha was telling us she took Turner to see a cardiologist, and they did a battery of tests, and everything looked normal. The only thing to explain his symptoms is coronavirus. David Begnaud, CBS News, New York City.
New at noon, a failed search for a person to lead the University of Wisconsin system has cost taxpayers about $216,000. That money is unlikely to be recouped because of contract language with the company that was hired to help find the next president. It did not specify a refund if the search failed. The presidential search collapsed in June when the lone finalist, University of Alaska system president Jim Johnson, withdrew his name from consideration. Anticipation is building for tonight's presidential debate in Cleveland. The 90-minute debate is divided into 6 15-minute segments focusing on the coronavirus, the economy, race and violence in America, the Biden and Trump records, the integrity of the elections, and the Supreme Court. With more than 1 million votes already cast, political experts say the debate is less about swaying undecided voters as it is about encouraging supporter turnout.
Joe Biden's got to keep this a referendum on Donald Trump. He cannot get bogged down in checking every fact. Otherwise, he's never going to talk about what he wants to say.
Donald Trump is the Mike Tyson of debaters. He's not going to come in and fight in a normal way that you can plan for. He's going to come in and bite your ear off.
Because of coronavirus, the audience will be limited and the candidates will not shake hands. You can watch the debate tonight at 8 p.m. right here on CBS. Fallout continues from the latest report on President Trump's taxes from the New York Times. President Trump ignored questions Monday. Hours later, the paper published new details, including a more than $350 million loss reported at the end of 2002 and a nearly $90 million loss in 2003. Congressional Democrats are focusing on debt for which President Trump is personally responsible. Congressional Republicans are calling for an investigation into how the New York Times accessed President Trump's taxes. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi is announcing his 2021 budget, and it includes a multi-million-dollar plan to improve trails and water quality.
It's been a tough year for all of us. And during times of crisis like we've experienced, we need parks and natural areas now more than ever. We need the ability to get outside, to breathe fresh air, and to enjoy all the benefits that natural areas and parks have to offer.
Parisi says this year approximately 4 million people have visited Dane County parks. That's up 1 million compared to last year. Parisi's budget includes $6.5 million for construction of the second phase of the Lower Yahara River Trail from Fish Camp County Park to Lake Kagansa State Park. That will eventually allow people to bike from downtown Madison to Stoughton. The budget also includes $1.75 million for the continuous cover program, which helps preserve land from development, reduce runoff, and mitigate the effects of climate change. There's more to come today on News 3 Now at noon. When we come back, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Finally, an after-school treat that kids will be begging for. Little kids and us big kids, too.
I was sworn into the United States Senate in a hospital. My wife and daughter had been killed in an automobile crash. And lying in the bed were my two little boys. I couldn't have imagined what it would have been like if I didn't have insurance to cover them immediately and fully. 40 years later, one of those little boys, my son Bo, was diagnosed with terminal cancer, given months to live. I can't fathom what would have happened if the insurance companies had the power to say, last few months, you're on your own. The fact of the matter is, healthcare is personal to me. Obamacare is personal to me. When I see the President of the United States try to eliminate this healthcare in the middle of a public health crisis, that's personal to me too. We've got to build on what we did because every American deserves affordable healthcare. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
You know your gutters are full of gunk, and you know you need to deal with it eventually. With LeafGuard, you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team would love to show you how LeafGuard's patented design channels rainwater into your gutters while leaves, seeds, and other debris just roll off, leaving them clog-free, guaranteed.
We looked at several different types of gutters, and we knew that we had problems with leaves. We have lots of trees around our house, and I'm the one who goes and cleans out the gutters, and I wanted to eliminate that hassle in the fall of cleaning the gutters, and LeafGuard has done a wonderful job.
Love to hear that. Right now, your LeafGuard brand gutter system comes with some great money-saving extras. Order now and save 75% on installation labor, get free financing for a year, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
Join Anytime Fitness on Tuesday, October 6th during our 12-hour sale and literally only pay what you can. It's our way of helping you get back to making healthy happen. Pay what you can on Tuesday, October 6th at Anytime Fitness.
You were always the responsible one, so much like me, always taking care of everyone else. But this wasn't your responsibility. I already took care of the arrangements. The Ryans made it so easy. I didn't want you to worry about a thing. It's my last gift to you, my lovely daughter.
Now that the kids are back to school, we're getting more and more requests for after-school treats. So after several attempts, we came up with a new one that's fun, that's portable, and that's very tasty. For those of us without kids at home, let me assure you, these are just as good for us grown-ups. We start off by placing a package of marshmallows and some butter in a large bowl and microwaving it for a minute or so until it gets all melty. Now, to that, we add some peanut butter and a good amount of chocolate chips. Once the chocolate melts and it all blends together, we stir in some dry cereal until it's well coated. After we spread this onto a baking sheet, we sprinkle more chocolate chips over the top. To take these to another level, drizzle each bar with some warm peanut butter and dig in. And rather than waiting to make these, why not go online right now and get the recipe for what we call gooey peanut butter squares? This way you can enjoy them as soon as tonight or tomorrow after school. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a gooey way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Still ahead at noon, cool and breezy today with a few shower chances. When we come back, Dana has your full forecast. News 3 Now at noon. We'll be right back after a quick break.
At Healthy Minds, we recognize these are trying times, but we're here to help. Our personalized care and expertise in cutting-edge therapies can help you maintain good balance and vitality in your life. We can help you and those you care about. Contact Healthy Minds today.
Lately, we've come to appreciate what home has to offer. Right now at Feldco, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest for 1 year. That'll help keep your home and your family warm, safe, and comfortable all year long. That's something we've been providing for almost 50 years. Let Feldco get you ready for colder weather. Buy one window, get one free now.
Buy one, get one free ends Wednesday. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
The Social Security Administration just released a report saying that if a plan like the one Trump is proposing goes into effect, the Social Security Trust Fund would be, and I quote, permanently depleted by the middle of calendar year 2023. Put it plainly, Trump's plan would wipe out Social Security. If I'm your president, we're going to protect Social Security and Medicare. You have my word. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. With honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. RHD Plumbing now offers complete bathroom and kitchen remodeling, the best plumbers, and everything else you need to finish your dream project. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time, with no surprises. With the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing, proudly serving all of Dane County.
At Healthy Minds, we recognize these are trying times, but we're here to help. Our personalized care and expertise in cutting-edge therapies can help you maintain good balance and vitality in your life. We can help you and those you care about. Contact Healthy Minds today.
Wisconsin voters deserve the truth. I'm News 3 Now's Amy Reed. I'm breaking down political ads, explaining whose money is behind them and separating truth from misinformation. Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Here are stocks at midday. The Dow is off. All of the numbers are down across the board. The Nasdaq is off almost 9 points, and the S&P 500 is down almost 17. Let's see if Q106 Farm Director Pam Yonke has some better news for us on a gloomy Tuesday. Hi, Pam.
Hey, Susie Q. I have a little bit of good news. Our commodities, some of our mainstream commodities are a little softer on the midday, but the harvest is still going forward. Despite those overcast conditions and the threat for a frost, a freeze, or whatever that's coming up, as you pointed out earlier, it's getting to be October. We're kind of prepared for that. Wisconsin farmers have been rolling along, though, boy. Doesn't look like we've had any real measurable rain to slow them down too very much. As of Sunday, according to the Wisconsin Ag Statistical Service, 80% of our corn silage was already chopped off. Folks, that's a month ahead of where we were a year ago, 15 days ahead of our 5-year average. So our Wisconsin farmers are chugging right along. 77% of that corn's in the good to excellent category, and that's unchanged. Same thing with soybeans. This is very, very early to be combining soybeans, but we've got about 10% of that crop harvested. 79% of our beans called good to excellent. Potatoes, 72% of the spuds are already dug and ready for you, and that's good news too. The other good news that we've got is, although we're missing World Dairy Expo this year, I just want to remind you that some facets of the show are going on. I talked to Annette Ziegler. She is the gal that would normally be in charge of the Purple Cow retail location right inside the Alliant Energy Center Hall when World Dairy Expo is going on. They're still launching their online stores so that folks can get their fix of 2020 World Dairy Expo official gear, from caps to stuffed animals. It really started off with pretty humble beginnings with a small cash box selling erasers for a nickel. In a good year, 5 days worth of show, Annette and Purple Cow will sell $200,000 worth of World Dairy Expo merchandise, believe it or not, just in that location. So definitely missing the show for various economic impacts. Barrel cheese today up 5.5 on 5 trades at $1.73. 40-pound block cheese up 1/4 cent on 2 trades, $2.56.5, and our double A butter up 3/4 cent. 5 trades today at $1.51. So you see what I mean, Susie Q? A little bit of a downtrend on corn, beans, and wheat, but our dairy markets continue to rise to the occasion.
Oh, that is good news. We'll leave on an up note. We like that.
I try.
All right, Pam, have a good day. And now let's head over to Dana. She's watching the forecast, and it's kind of like a hot soup and a hot chocolate sort of lunchtime.
Exactly. A little bit of soup, some chili. I did have hot chocolate and some tea last night. I'm getting in that warm mood, getting the crock pot out and getting it cleaned up. That's kind of the mode for the next few days. It is going to stay chilly outside for our afternoon highs and for our overnight lows. So here's a look at our low temperatures from this morning. We got down to 42 early in Madison, but temperatures north of the Dells did get close to that 40 in the 30s mark for some areas. And we're going to stay pretty chilly for overnight temperatures for the next few nights. Right now we're at 53, so we've risen just a little bit for Dane County, 54 in Janesville and 55 in Lone Rock. No big temperature swings really for southern Wisconsin. We're all under that cloudy sky, so we're all sitting in a pretty similar temperature boat compared to this time yesterday. It is just a little cooler outside, a few degrees below where we were at, which was already quite a bit below average. We still have this slight chance for a few isolated showers this afternoon and evening. Right now, radar's quiet. Anything that does pop up likely won't even need the umbrella for. You'll just quickly feel some raindrops. A light rain jacket might be a good idea if you're not a huge fan of some cool raindrops when it is chilly outside. Mostly cloudy skies throughout the afternoon and evening. That trend doesn't change. Again, there's that slight chance for a few isolated showers to pass through later today. Once that all clears out overnight, we'll get a little bit of clearing for early on Wednesday. Temperatures yet again in the 40s for overnight lows, and tomorrow we could see a few more isolated showers passing through. Better chance for us for Wednesday. Temperatures Wednesday afternoon will be a little bit warmer. We're expecting highs in the upper 50s or even close to 60 degrees, but that's still below average and still a very seasonable fall-like temperature trend for the middle of the week. Early Thursday, we're back in the 40s, and there is another chance for showers on Thursday. So a little gloomy, a little cloudy. Unfortunately, there isn't a big opportunity to see that pattern break up throughout the rest of the week. If you were hoping for some fall weather heading into October, it's certainly here. Our temperature trend as we look 6 to 10 days out quite likely will stay cool, but some warmer weather starting to trend in towards the middle of October. Our 8 to 14 day outlook pushes us towards October 12th, and by then it seems a little likely we could be above average. Warmer air off to the west. With these cooler temperatures overnight, likely that we're going to see widespread frost for Saturday morning, so Friday night into early Saturday. It's a little bit ahead of schedule for us in southern Wisconsin, but we do have an alert day in the forecast for Saturday. Any little sensitive plants, you'll want to bring them inside or throw the blanket over them. Make sure they try to stay a little warm because temperatures will be near freezing in Madison. So if you go just a little north, we could see those temps in the upper 20s.
But then look at later next week. We're kind of on the upswing again.
Yeah, we're getting back to the mid 60s, and at that point, that's where we should be. So we start getting back closer to average. But it is a bit of a cool stretch. Like you said, just some soup.
Yes,
chili,
that's all you need.
Chocolate, you're fine. Yeah,
Exactly.
Warm the soul and you're good to go.
All right, Dana, thank you. Next at noon, after dealing with multiple job losses during the pandemic, a Colorado man decides to chase his hobby as a career. That story when we come back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I want a reservation for 2 pair of glasses and an eye exam.
Oh, you can just walk in.
I see, my reputation precedes me.
Actually, we do this for everyone.
I'm going to pretend you didn't say that. Boop, gone.
Unbeatable prices without the drama. 2 pair plus a free eye exam as low as $59.95.
Make cleanups quick and easy with big savings on Libman products at Menards. The Wonder Mop is tough on stubborn dirt and is just $6.99 each after 11% rebate. Morton water softeners eliminate hard water, giving you softer skin and cleaner clothes. Right now, get 11% off all water softeners. Stop waiting and start saving on everything you need at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Joe Biden isn't an epidemiologist. He's not an economist or military general. But what he is the kind of leader who listens to the experts and a candidate who has earned their support. And what he'll be is a president who leads us out of this crisis and a commander-in-chief who respects those who have served. Because Joe Biden knows this moment is not about him, but about what we can do together. FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Comfort Services, buy one air conditioner and get one gas furnace for only $1,000. BOGOs are back, and it's a beautiful thing.
Wouldn't it be nice to not have to deal with your messy gutters anymore? Leave that nasty chore in the rearview mirror with a new Leaf Guard gutter system. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team would love to show you how Leaf Guard's patented design keeps leaves and debris out so you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. And now is the best time to get Leaf Guard. Order now and save 75% on installation labor, free financing for a year, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
Stanton Optical is always here for you with our safe telehealth technology. You can just walk in for an eye exam whenever you need one. And your eye exam is free when you buy 2 pair of glasses for as low as $59.95. Find your nearest store at StantonOptical.com or call 1-800-STANTON.
Variety is the spice of life, and sometimes it's spicy. A Colorado man made a rebound with a new food-based business after having trouble in the job market. A.D. Guayardo reports.
I love to cook for people that I care about.
Toss in extra time and love for kimchi.
So this is my mom's recipe.
A Korean staple.
Think of sauerkraut, but give it a lot more spice.
Virgil Dickerson makes it from scratch.
We are doing this in my home kitchen.
The recipe is classic with a hint of new, making it a hit with family and friends.
The reaction was instantly crazy, and people started tagging me in dishes they were making with my kimchi.
He gave out 500 jars with Mom's stamp of approval.
She said that this was really good kimchi and maybe even better than her own kimchi.
And the pressure mounted.
There's like, when are you going to start a business?
On Dickerson's 45th birthday, he launched Cream Kimchi.
Cream stands for Kimchi Rules Everything Around Me, which is a nod to the Wu-Tang song.
A business born in a time of need.
During the pandemic, I was laid off, furloughed, and lost all my clients. So I went from 3 jobs to none, and now I have 1 job.
Kimchi now pays the bills. You can get it at the Penn Street Market or online.
From the very get-go, I sold a ton of jars, and it hasn't slowed down.
His advice, your current situation may be the perfect recipe for a career change.
We can't change everything right now, but if you can share what you love with your community, you can make an impact with the people around you.
Boy, is that the words to live by there. Dickerson says he'd like to advance to a commercial kitchen and possibly eventually expand his business. Dana's here with a final check of the weather.
We're looking at a little bit of a cool afternoon, still very, very cloudy outside. Temperatures are in the mid to low 50s. Likely going to creep up a little bit more this afternoon to the upper 50s, but there's still a slight chance for some showers developing this afternoon and evening. A better chance for rain Wednesday and Thursday. Highs will be close to 60 on Wednesday, back down to the low 50s on Thursday. Friday, very cool with partly sunny skies and temps near 50 for afternoon highs, and frost likely Friday night into Saturday morning. So we have an alert day in the forecast for Saturday, as that will likely be our first widespread frost of the season.
All right, Dana, thank you. Thanks for watching, everyone.